Oliver Sloup is with us. He, of course, is with Blue Line Futures, and he hails from Chicago. Well, Oliver, it's one of those reports that we've been waiting a long time to get a look at the numbers. Now, we're going to be getting the corn and soybean production numbers. We're also going to be getting the ending stocks numbers for the U.S. and also globally. But hidden in there somewhere is supposed to be a new acreage estimate, too, from USDA. And I just wondered how much potential that has to upset the apple cart here.
Yeah, I don't expect the acreage number to be all that changed. I think a lot of the attention is going to be on the production and carryout numbers. I think the market's probably done a pretty darn good job at pricing in a lot of that information. We know that we've seen a lot of the private estimates come in 167, 168, as high as 173.5, and that's obviously a drop from last month's USDA report. So I think the market has digested the fact that we're going to get a lower yield in today's USDA report. So I think a lot of that bullish news is baked into the cake. The thing that we're keeping a close eye on past this USDA report is a lot of inflation data this week in the Federal Reserve meeting next week. We've got the U.S. dollar retreating off of the recent highs, but still in a nice uptrend. We're right at the trend line support from the February lows. And so this is going to be a bit of an inflection point for that U.S. dollar, which is going to conversely have a big impact on the commodity trade going forward. As I'd mentioned, we've got CPI and PPI this week and a Fed meeting next week. So that is going to put volatility in currencies, and that volatility in currencies will then put volatility in the commodity markets as well.
Yeah, that U.S. dollar index has been flying high for quite some time. And it makes you wonder just how much that has really weighed on our overall exports. And we just don't have any answers because we haven't had any weekly export numbers now for several weeks. When those do come out, I understand they're going to have kind of a staggered release. Is that right? Just trying to catch up, releasing like 2 or 3 weeks worth at a time? Or why don't they just dump it all at one time?
Yeah, so on Thursday, we're going to get a couple different reports. I believe I forget which dates it are, August 14th and August 21st, they're around there. Those first two reports that were kind of disrupted, I guess, are going to be combined, and then you're going to get the last 2 weeks in 2 separate reports. So I believe there's going to be 3 separate reports. There's going to be 2 reports in one, and then 2 individual reports for the last 2 weeks.
Can you say confusing? Yes.
I was going to say that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense, but I think there's a lot of people scratching their head with regards to the rollout of that new export data. I'm always in the camp, if it's not broke, don't fix it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it seemed to be working all right. Well, anyway, USDA seems to rule in confusion this year, so